Hi friends, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. I'm starting a reading vlog because I am very unmotivated to film anything else. I actually have several video ideas, projects, things to film. I have things set aside, books that I need, etc. I'm just unmotivated to sit down and make like truly coherent thoughts for a sit down video. So I thought a vlog would be better. I don't think I've done a vlog in a while. I was gonna start one this weekend, but I decided not to, and here we are. It's Monday and I'm supposed to have a video go up tomorrow, and my plan was to come home early today and film one of those sit down videos, but I just am not motivated to do it. So here I am making content. It just won't be posted on time, of course. And another reason why I'm in the mood to vlog is because I'm reading 99% Mine by Sally Thorne, and I have thoughts, you guys. So if you don't know, Sally Thorne's debut novel, The Hating Game, was one of my favorite contemporary reads last year. It was super charming and funny, and it was just all of the things that you can absolutely fall in love with in a contemporary romance story. Absolutely captivating. And when I saw another book being released by her, I absolutely had to have it, so much so that I actually purchased myself a copy and one for Danny for her birthday. And I finished my last two reads, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna start this now, because I was just in the mood for like a quick, easy contemporary romance story. And I am I'm on chapter 7, so I'm on page 87, and I can't believe that this is the same author. The writing is so cheesy, like I'm literally cringing on the spoken dialogue and the inner dialogue. And the first couple chapters, I don't know if it was the first chapter or the first two chapters, were literally so boring, and I was just like, what is happening right now? And then when I got to chapter 4, so I read 3 chapters yesterday. When I got to chapter 4 this morning, I read a couple pages, and it was just so freaking cheesy that I just started highlighting in the book that I'm probably not even going to keep. I haven't decided yet. I've highlighted just the cheesy lines that I just can't take. I like Tom now sitting there in that chair looking like a piece of cake, or another beautiful photograph I'll never get to take. The lamplight loves that face of his. What is that? And what is that noise outside? Okay, let's see what else. Oh, here's one. I'd give my left ventricle to know what he thought about all that silicone. Let's see. Okay. I can feel the energy in him shimmering. He's got thoughts and opinions, but he's swallowing them, and they taste awful. He's probably thinking about what he'd do to anyone who put a mark on Megan. He'd lick up blood. And then a little while later, meanwhile, her fiance is like an apple pie on a windowsill, and this world is full of sugar addicts like me. It's her goddamn carelessness, and that has always gotten me. It's trying to be like cute and charming, but it's just coming off as like awkward and like dumb and cheesy. I don't know. Right now, I'm not invested in this story at all. I'm going to be going into chapter 7, but the font in this is freaking gigantic. I almost thought like I got a large print book, but I didn't. But yeah, I've been highlighting things a little bit, and not as much as I probably should, just because I don't even want to take the time. I just kind of want to finish it. But yeah, right now, probably 1 star. There is one character in here that seems like he's going to be a little cinnamon roll. But right now, I can't stand it. And what I think is so funny is that I know probably a lot of people were looking forward to this because it was her next book, and her first book got like all of this praise, but this one I have not heard anything about. Like, nobody has been talking about this book. I didn't even hear Danny's thoughts on this book yet, and it's probably because a lot of people have DNF'd it, or yeah, I should probably DNF it if we're being honest, but I want to give it the benefit of the doubt. But I'm more than 50 pages in, so I'm worried. Okay, like this is the type of awkward inner thoughts that the character's having. I pick it up and spy out the window at Tom, who was currently looking professional and competent, all slid into his clothes in the right way, pointing up at the roofline with a saggy tradesman nodding by his side. Who says all slid into his clothes? That sounds stupid. Okay, like literally the next paragraph. I wouldn't want something like that. I'd want something like Loretta's ring, a black sapphire. I should clarify. I want Loretta's ring, full stop. Who says that? Literally nobody on the freaking planet. Nobody. Apparently Sally Thorne does. Okay, so let me tell you the premise of the book. The premise of the book is there are these twins that their aunt died, their grandmother died. Was it their aunt or their grandmother dies and leaves them this like rundown cottage, and the main character is staying in the cottage while a friend from the past comes by to fix up the cottage. And of course she's had a crush on this guy basically forever, but he was her twin brother's like best friend, and she outwardly flirts with him even though that he is engaged, or he seems to be engaged. And the guy, what's his name? Tom. So Darcy and Jamie are the twins. Darcy is at the house, at the cottage, and Tom. Tom is the guy that's fixing up the cottage, and Tom like knows that Darcy is flirting with him, and he mentions it several times, and obviously she likes him, and he knows that she's flirting, and he tells her that, but like it's just not going further. So I don't understand. Like, is he engaged? Shouldn't he just tell her like, back off, we're just friends, we've been friends forever, like stop doing that? But all he keeps telling her is, oh, Darce. He sighs like, I've learned nothing. You're messing with me again. So he outwardly expresses like he understands that she's like flirting with him and messing with him, but he never outwardly says stop. And she just doesn't stop, even though she keeps saying, oh yeah, he's married or he's engaged, but I don't know, it's kind of annoying. Okay, back to the premise of the story. So Darcy and Jamie inherit their tumble down cottage from their grandmother. They're left with strict instructions to bring it back to its former glory. Darcy plans to leave as soon as the renovations start, but she can cut and run. Her usual strategy, she finds a familiar face on her porch. Tom, he's going to be the one to fix it up, so she's kind of thinking about sticking around since she's always had a crush on him and seeing like where it goes. So that's the basic premise of the book, but the whole where she's flirting with him and he's acknowledging it but not like doing anything about it to say stop, or like I want to be with you too type thing, like go either way, like stop it or continue it. Like, okay, so I just started reading chapter 8. I'm literally on page 101 and I just can't. It says, no, I still can't find my passport. It doesn't ease that tension in him. I try again. I'll stay a little longer. It was the right thing to say. I can't handle it when he looks at me like this. Right now, in this moment, the rest of the world fades away. We're suspended in a golden fragile bubble. Pleasure is glowing in his eyes, candle bright. This is so frustrating how bad it is. If he keeps pressing me, I'm going to tell him what the problem is. Primarily that I want to unzip his pants. Second problem, I'm the worst fucking person to be having these thoughts about an almost married man. Third, I'm so jealous of Megan, I'm going to have to rev the engine of a combine harvester and convert her into a bag of bloody grain. Okay, here's the deal. I'm on page 127 going into chapter 10, and I realized the problem with this book. It has a very good storyline. Someone that you grew up with, that you've always kind of liked, but was always out of reach, and now here you are putting this situation together. It sounds like it could be so good, but the writing is literally shit. I cannot stand it. It's awkward. There's awkward word choices. There's cheesy dialogue. Everything is just awkward as hell. And even when things are happening, they happen so awkwardly that it just takes a long time to get through a scene. And it's just making it exhausting to read. And it tears me apart because, like, Tom is such a good character, and I feel like Darcy could be too, if she just wasn't so damn stupid. I don't know. I feel like this story could be really good if it was written by another author, or I don't know, like, what happened to Sally Thorne's writing in this book? I don't understand. It's almost like her first novel was ghostwritten, and then this one she actually attempted herself, and it's terrible. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Okay, another example of why this book is so bad. So Darcy goes over to her friend Truly's house, and Truly seems to be this like plus size friend, and I'm just going to read you the description. Her strawberry blonde hair seems to have dulled out to the color of straw, and her dimpled cheeks are pale. She calls herself plush-sized. Her every line connected to a joint is curved, like she's been drawn with a pinkish calligraphy pen. I wish things were different so I could marry her. I will hate whoever she chooses. I don't understand, like she's been drawn with a pinkish calligraphy pen. What image am I supposed to be getting there? Good morning, friends. I wanted to update you on 99% Mine. I read a bunch of this last night. I think I read, I read 308 pages of this yesterday. I had to find where I left off. So 308 pages. And so far this morning, I am on page 326. What I'll say about this is that, I don't know, the first half of this book is super difficult to get into because the dialogue and the inner dialogue is so freaking cheesy. The word choice is awkward. The beginning chapters of Darcy in the bar don't even need to be there. I don't even know why they are. And once the kind of romance, relationship, whatever you want to call it, between Tom and Darcy starts, there's like tension, and that's good, but it's almost like possessiveness in a consensual way, if that makes sense. I want to say by like chapter 10, I kind of just was able to ignore the bad writing and pick out the good pieces of the story and stuff like that. So it's a quick read, I'll say that, especially because the edition I got has such large font. So I think it's like a 2 stars because I am a little invested, I guess, even though I kind of know what's gonna happen. Not like ultimately, but I know a little bit what's gonna happen. Since I'm so close to the end. Okay, I just finished and I'm gonna give this a solid 2 stars. I was thinking about bumping it down, but overall the writing in the beginning half is very dull, cheesy, awkward. Towards the end, I was able to either ignore it a little bit more or it got a little bit better. I do like the relationship between Darcy and Tom in the second half of the book. Like I said, it is a little bit possessive, but in a consensual way. They both admit openly that that's what they like, that's what they want. And I like that they're twins. I like that Darcy has a heart condition. I like that there's this whole story of them coming together, and there's that tension, but there's also like the house that they're renovating and stuff like that, and kind of Darcy coming into her own and following her dreams and doing what she's supposed to be doing. And I don't know, I think it was really, like, overall, like, the storyline, if you took it away from the writing, I think it was really cute. Like I said, the bar scene or the bar chapters in the beginning, I don't really think that they were necessary to the story. So, 2 stars, but I will be checking out what Sally Thorne writes next, but I am still shocked and dismayed that the same author wrote this and wrote The Hating Game. This was only 339 pages. It seemed like it would be like so much more. I don't know, I was disappointed, I'll say that. So that's why it's getting 2 stars instead of more. So that's all for this reading vlog. I know it was a short one, but I just wanted to kind of like document some of the cheesiness that this book serves, because it definitely served some cheese. But I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below if you've actually read this book and what you thought about it. I hope you guys are having a great day or night whenever you're watching this video, but I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye!